Hello, social media. Today I want to discuss the road to Pure Hazelle and how did I become this mother, this brand, and it's going to take you on my journey. I decided that I'm going to start, I didn't know was this the platform to do it or not, but I also have learned that we have to create our own platform. We have to create our own path. If we continue to wait, I'm talking to myself, for others to let us in or let us discuss our real, true self, we'll be waiting forever. I have always wanted to write a book. I started several times, but I think that with this YouTube, I will talk about, give you guys my walk, my journey from childhood until now. And it's like, my favorite song is Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here, or also like the other song by Drake, No New Friends. But in actuality, I'm thankful for some new friends because I am not the same person I was 3 years ago or 6 years ago. And thank God I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. And my growth and my journey has made me the woman and the mother that I am now. The crazy thing is, when I look back in my past, as well as the decisions I make now, it all comes to play. I was speaking to a fellow parent this past weekend, and she discussed how she wants to change her career and why she hasn't, and she's comfortable. And I said, oh, and she also told me she has two parents, she has brothers and sisters, she grew up in a loving home, XYZ. Me, I have three other sisters. I sometimes live with my mother, sometimes I live with my grandmother, sometimes I live with my mother's best friend. So I had a up and down childhood. Stability was not there. The most stable part of my life is when the times I did stay with my grandmother. And I think, well, I know that shaped me to who I am now. I've always wanted more than anything. I never compared myself to others. And I think that's how I was able to move forward or push through when I was ridiculed or judged by my so-called friends or my so-called friends' parents who labeled me as one thing or another, and they were adults. So it's just amazing. Words are so powerful, but thank God that I knew God exists. My grandma introduced me to God, and the times that I was stable, because that's something that I knew do exist, and I could obtain it. And I was telling this parent, well, I'm driven because it's just Queen and I. That's the only person. It's just me and my daughter here in New York. And I want her to experience a life or the luxury of not wondering, is the heat going to be on? Is there a eviction notice on the door? Do we have to move again? Just things that a child shouldn't have to worry about, but they do. I moved so many times in my childhood. I never lived, I think, anywhere past a year. And that's something I did not want for myself as an adult, as well as my child. And I think that when you do go through hardships or ups and downs, it's okay to speak about it, even if it make anyone around you uncomfortable. Because my key to me being holly and happy and good is that I know my past. So nothing you say can hurt me, because my past is hurtful. And now I know that hurts and that pain I had suffered as a child made me fearless, driven, and sometimes crazy. But it's like, I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm tired. What I'm going to do? Being a single mom is hard, hard work. I take care of her, bathe her, feed her, the whole 9 yards. And then mix a product, label the product, redesign a label. And it's so much I have to do because I want the very best for my daughter. She is my driving force. Like, no other. Because I've seen dark sides of life and I don't want her to experience it. So that's what I'm driven. I'm looking at my daughter. I remember when I was that age, and sometimes I do remember some of the pain I felt even at 5, and then more pain came at 7, and more pain came at 9, and then at 12, and then at 16. It's just those different life experiences do mold you as an adult. And I haven't forgot. I have forgave. And that's why I am a strong Black woman. I say strong Black woman because as soon as people see you, they label you. So we all know I'm a woman. Next label, you're Black and you're a single mom. So living with labels also make me defensive or more driven, because despite these labels, society or so-called friends or even family give you, me, I have to go beyond that mentally, spiritually, and stay focused on building my brand, being an amazing mom to my daughter. And that's what I just want to share with you today. It's like I do want to start sharing my journey, or go back or dial it back with starting off telling you guys about my childhood. I think I know, and I totally do believe my struggles throughout adolescent has made me driven today. So it is very challenging, but I don't see no other way to do it. One thing I was telling a friend of mine the other day, how, oh, if I was not in New York, things would be easier, blah blah blah. And then I said, but I'm so glad I did not leave 3 or 4 years ago, because if I would have left to have an easier life back in my hometown, Pure Hazelle wouldn't have existed. There would have been no reason to drive and push and push and push to get anything, because in the other city I was thinking the cost of living is half. I could have worked a part-time job and been good. But here, this city creates, either you're going to be a monster or you're going to fall. And I ain't falling, so it's like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I'm be tired, but I gotta get it. And I love that. I love, like, I guess it's a hustle, or the hustle in me. But braiding hair on the side since high school has always been a part of me. And that's why I could do it to this day, like, with no hesitation. Like, oh, you want your hair braided? All right, come over. Oh, you want your hair braided? Okay, or whatever. So it's like, that what I've been doing forever is how I'm earning now. It's like, wow, I wouldn't have never thought braiding hair 30 years ago would still be what I do to buy anything, groceries or pay a bill. And it is. But these tools I learned as a child is making me be a survivor now. And I just want all you to know, like, especially Black women, Black girls, no matter what happened to you as a child, or whatever environment you grew up as a child, or whatever you did not have as a child, that's going to make you driven and a phenomenal woman. Have a good day.